Hi guys, it's us again with this space podcast, and I am Shakur already,
I'm in already.
and today's topic is Christianity and mental health. And that comes with the question, can Christianity and mental health coexist?
First of all, that is it touchy
Yeah,
and kind of like a
yeah,
topic that most of the time people don't like to talk about, especially
yeah,
Christians. And the reason for that is I feel like first of all, one thing that I want people to understand mental health and Christianity.
mm,
Christianity, as I said, there are like in our last episode, when it comes to Christianity, there is so much going on with that. Just the
yeah,
word, that's the word Christianity, because
yeah,
people around the world are Christian.
yeah,
But I feel like Christianity goes with culture,
yeah,
because when we talk about mental health, that comes also with culture.
mm-hmm,
Sorry, my accent. I'm African.
mm,
For example, for me, I was born and raised in Africa.
mm-hmm,
That word mental health was never a thing.
mm,
Literally never heard. I mean, now I feel like you can see people the way they act. You can
yeah,
see how people talk. And it's like, yeah, this one really need to heal. Like
mm-hmm,
they are struggling with something. But it was never something that was taught.
yeah,
It was never something that was like you were taught at school or whatever, at
mm,
church or anything like that. And then coming here, now you hear mental health, you're like, what is that?
mm,
And for whatever reason, sometimes when people think about mental health, they think that it means you are crazy.
yeah.
It means literally that you need to go to Bakamuri, Bakufunge, like in a house, like you literally
Yeah.
crazy. Which is that's not true.
Mm.
When it comes to mental health, there is different stages, there are different diagnoses and stuff. So to say the question as you ask, can mental health and because for me it's like faith,
Yeah.
can they coexist? That I believe that it can coexist,
Mm.
because around even that, something that we need to remove is the stigma around mental health. Meaning, oh, if you have a mental health, you don't have faith.
Yeah.
That's not true. Or if you have mental health, that means you don't pray.
Mm.
That's not true again.
Mm.
Because for me, I like to say this for people who have hard time, because I have had hard time to accept that. And
Mm.
even now, it's that one thing that I'm still learning, especially with the career that I chose.
Mm.
I'm still learning. I still have that. I've accepted to give room to
Mm.
learn and accept things, and trying to be open minded to
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah.
Because in one side, as Africans, as I said, we don't have that. Because even when you try to bring that topic of mental health, it's like, hey, you have been through enough in Africa. Why did you not have mental health
Yeah.
breakdown? Why did you not be diagnosed with something? Now you are here in America and you are trying to act like you are this
Mm.
sweet, you are this soft, and then it comes, people identify mental health as you being weak,
Yeah.
you not being strong enough to
Mm.
overcome whatever struggle, to overcome whatever life throw at you.
Yeah.
Is identified as you not having faith, you not
Mm.
believing in God, which is not true.
Mm.
Because for me, when I think about mental health, I think I I like to say just like any disease.
Mm.
Just like you can be a Christian and be diagnosed with cancer.
Mm.
Just like you can be a Christian and be diagnosed with any other
Yeah.
illness. Okay. So for example, if you're a Christian today and you are diagnosed with cancer, you say, oh,
Mm.
sorry, we'll pray for you.
Mm.
But that doesn't exclude the fact that you need to go to the hospital.
Mm.
You need to talk to a doctor who can diagnose you and see which treatments work for you.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's chemo, maybe it's whatever.
Mm.
You still have faith. You still pray to God so the Lord can comfort you, can intervene in whatever you are going through. But that doesn't remove the importance of the doctors and you being treated.
Yeah.
And I wish and I hope people could see mental health that way. That
Yeah.
it's a diagnosis, it doesn't mean that you don't have
Mm.
faith.
Mm.
But you can pray, you can still have faith, but also give space to doctors who
Yeah.
are professional to do their job. So
Mm.
I believe that faith and mental health can coexist.
Yeah, and I think something that people will really miss a lot is mental health can start at a young age. And in school, we were doing a research about mental health in Monique's class. Mental health started as young as 3 years old. A 3 year old can suffer from mental health, but if they tell their parents, even though they're three, oh, I have mental health issues, oh, I feel like this, and like the parents will not believe them. Little blessing, they'll be like, man, I feel like I don't want to be anymore. We'll be like, blessing, at your age, like, what are you going through?
Yeah.
Like, at your age, what are you going through? So I feel like mental health is really misunderstood. Like, if right now me, I go to mama and be like, mama, I feel like this and this and this. What would you her response be?
And I think that's where comes the culture.
Yeah.
Because, for example, as you said, Mama,
Mm.
she was born and raised in a different time
Yeah.
than us.
Mm.
Which again, I think I'm grateful for the time that we are in and the space in the place now in America. Because when she was born, it was never a thing. They never talked about it. And I feel like even that's why today she may be going through stuff, but she won't even understand or realize that it may be a mental health issue. That she needs maybe to go to the hospital, talk to therapists, and try to find a diagnosis for that and have treatment. Like it's a known thing, especially and then again that's where it comes Christianity and your faith and that kind of vinachangana na your culture. It's like it's a shame. Especially for Africans, it's a shame to say that you have mental health issues. Like, it's a shame to say you are diagnosed with a mental health problem.
Like, I'm sorry, but if any of y'all came around me and told me y'all have mental health, I will not take y'all serious just because how I was. Like, mental health, like, I cannot take mental health serious, like, especially where I was raised. Like, if Monique came and told me, oh, Shukra, I'm feeling like this and like this, I would laugh. I'm
and
sorry,
which is
I
very
would laugh.
sad because I feel like I think the way we were raised, it was never a thing.
It was never a thing.
But also we're never able, I feel like, to express our feelings, to say what we feel inside. It's like you will move on, you will deal with it, whatever you feel like you can deal with it, and move on. There is no trauma. Like, but it's crazy because now when you look at people and the way people act, the way we live, it's like so many people have trauma, so many people have so many things going on in their life, which you can see it even in the way they raise their children, the way they act with their children. But it's those things that we never talked about because it was never given a space where it's okay to get, let's sit down and have a talk about. With that, I feel like the way I'm grateful because it has been a long way to come, a long way even until now. But I feel like the way that Mama was before and the way that Mama is now is different. Because I feel like now, and we should, again, I'm grateful because I feel like now we have that space where we can talk. And she can listen. And be like, okay, let's follow this. But before, no, I don't think
like
this.
The mama that is now and you, like your relationship that y'all had before, it was totally different than what we have now. Like mama now, but like something could be going on at school, and that could be the first one I could tell her how like things went down. It should give me actual advice. Like boys, I was never able to bring it up to mama before. Like this boy's doing this, and but now I'm able to tell her because she has built that
relationship going things
a safe space around, and that's why I feel like I can't hold anything in because when people hold things in, and that's where it builds over time, and that causes them to go crazy or causes them this and this. And I'm grateful for the space she has made for us, for me and her, to be able to discuss different things.
I think, and that's why sometimes even when I see you guys talking with her about boys and stuff, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Because as you said, I never grew up with that, and I think that's where even we all have issues in a way, one way or another, that we try day by day trying to heal and see how we can change stuff. And I think that is something that is very important, and it brings that. It kind of opens that door where we have discussions, even when it comes to mental health issues. She can now, even if she doesn't fully understand how deep it can be, how and all that, but at least now she have that space where she's like, okay, come to me, talk to me, even if I don't have all the questions, all the answers, even if I don't understand everything that you're saying, but at least I'm here to listen. Which I feel like even Christian parents and all, we don't. Sometimes we have built that wall where people don't even feel comfortable to talk to us. Sometimes churches and places as Christian community, we have built walls that people feel like if they come to, and also that's where come maturity, because I feel like if I come to you today, I'm telling you something, I trust you enough to bring that subject to you. How are you going to respond?
Yeah.
Because the way you respond can affect the way people choose to act the next time. Because if today I come to you and I bring you a subject, okay, I'm struggling with this. And for me, I feel like this can be even seen just as mental health. I'm struggling with this. How would you respond to that? Are you judgmental? Are you making me feel less because I came to you and I trusted you enough to bring that subject, that issue to you? Because the way that you respond today will determine how that thing goes on. So I feel like I just wish, and my prayer and wish is today that Christian communities, friends, people will be open-minded when it comes to mental health, and understanding that having mental health issues, you being diagnosed with that, it's a sickness just like any other sickness that you can go to the hospital, get diagnosed, and have maybe they give you things that you need to follow, therapies or whatever, and sometimes it's not even therapists only, sometimes you need to take some medicine. They need to prescribe to you some things that you need to take. But let's normalize people talking about it and not making people feel like they don't have faith, they don't pray enough. If you pray enough, then you will disappear. Like that is, it's just, that's not true.
And I have a question. Do you have like people in your life who suffer from mental health who are also Christians?
People who suffer from mental who have questions.
Nope. Do you have people in your life who are Christians and have mental health issues?
Yeah.
You do?
I have. And
were they open to like telling you that?
Some have opened up to me, which I feel like I'm grateful for, even them trusting me enough to talk to me. Which again I'm grateful because I feel like I have grown so much in my faith, but also trying to educate myself with mental health. As I said again, with the career that I chose, I feel like it's a must. Like there is no way I can be ignorant when it comes to those things. So them being able to open up, I'm grateful because I was able to make that space for them to, like they felt comfortable enough and had trusted me enough to bring that subject to me. And having that, which I feel like even me with them, I try as much as I can to be open. Not only about mental health, because for them to have that trust to come to me, it means we have to build the trust. The way we talk, other topics, how I bring up things, how they bring up things. So having that space where we can communicate and be vulnerable with each other is something that is important. And I've tried, not only I do pray for them, but I try to keep up how things going on. How do you feel? And those things and not just, and try not to make them feel like it's that weird stuff we can't talk too loud about. Like, let's talk about it.
Have you ever thought you had mental health before? Like generally, like you went through something and you like through you were bad and you're like, man, I feel like I'm struggling with something.
Yeah, I have. Okay, I don't have any diagnosis. Like, okay, you have this. But there are times that I feel like, this is trauma. Like you know those things that you're like, having flashbacks.
They start from trauma too.
Like having flashback of things and moments and events. Those things that like happens, and which I'm grateful because even when I was in college, some class that we took, we had therapy. Like where we could go talk to counselor. Like really, which I'm grateful because I was able to open up about stuff that I feel like I couldn't before, which kind of build a ground where now I can be like, okay, now I know this is this. How can I heal from that? How can I do things differently there? So that as I grow, as I go around talking to people and in my daily life, I don't project or I don't affect people negatively with whatever I went through. So I have had that time to heal, had that time to talk to people, and acknowledge whatever I was going through and trying to pass that.
Yeah, that's all the questions I had today.
Thank you guys for having us, and we hope this is something that you can think about.
Yeah.
Do you have something to say?
Yeah, guys, just comment down below, like, do you think that mental health and being a Christian can coexist? And let us know your thoughts down in the comments. And thank you guys so for watching today's episode.
See you next time.
Bye.